I'm Chuck Harder.
Chuck Harder! Chuck Harder! Chuck Harder!
And I have, of course, intentionally dented my pipe yesterday on the Quins. And this is not the way to take a dent out of a pipe, but this is what I have available right now. I built this jig like 5 years ago, and it's what I have. This is what we have in our E-rag shop here at the moment. So we're gonna make do, and we'll see if we can get the dent out.
So Chuck will show us the most effective do-it-yourself method you can do with easily sourced parts. But here are some options from the cheapest and easiest to the most expensive. Oh, and before you start, look, they might be ugly, but even big dents may not decrease performance. You might even get more power. So check before you start fixing it. Just pause to read more. Don't overdo the air pressure. Chuck uses 40 psi. Some guys find even 15 psi will work, with less chance of flying butt plugs around your workshop. Before you heat that dent, make sure all flammable residue is out of the pipe and as much of the carbon as possible. If that pipe explodes and takes out most of the neighbourhood, then your dead carcass could wind up on a terrorist suspects list. Heat works best on steel pipes. If your pipe is made of alloy, nickel, tin, titanium or unobtainium, then don't blame us if the heat cracks or melts the metal. Make sure you wear all the appropriate safety gear. Chuck is so tough, he's only wearing safety glasses. But we mere mortals should properly gear up for this dangerous shit. Not all dents need hammering. Apparently some will come out purely with air pressure and heating. But Chuck is such an aggressive rider, he has put some sharp angles in, and gentle hammering will encourage the pipe to come back to its normal shape. Getting bored? Hey, let's go and check out Chuck's house. This is how you know a dirt rider is living in this bus. Chuck and his wife are also busy raising the next generation of dirt riders. Woohoo!
I'm calling that one finished. That was a big dent. I'm satisfied with that. It's a practical fix. It's gonna work. It's not pretty. Once I sell the bike, I'm probably gonna put a different pipe on it, but that's gonna function for the time being. And there definitely are other ways of doing it, but I had these things laying around. You can make this simply enough at home, so that'll work.
Finally, how can we prevent damaging our pipes? The best solution, obviously, is become a better rider. Duh. Almost none of the pro-level riders use any pipe protection in the extreme enduros. The technique is so good, they rarely bash the pipe on anything. But we are all muppets, aren't we? Basic protection is a carbon fibre pipe guard. These work well to prevent damage from small to medium hits. There are plenty of brands out there. If you live in the USA, I found the P3 guard worked great on my old RR300. You can see it got a thorough bashing in my incapable hands. The pipe stayed in great shape. If you live in Australia, quite a few of my riding buddies are using the locally made Pro Power guards, which have proven to be great too. However, carbon fibre guards don't work well in big hits. They either cave in or transfer the impact, sometimes breaking the exhaust flange or bending the whole pipe out of shape to a point where it can't be repaired. If you plan on some serious pipe abuse, then you can get frame-mounted bash plates that also protect your pipe. In Australia, the locally made Force Accessories guard is a very solid unit. Probably the toughest one internationally is the P-Tech. The Traction E-Rag guys torture tested one of these all summer and loved it. And recently, my riding buddy Ben Fitted one for 2 hard enduros. He's found it indestructible so far. We'll keep you posted. The P-Tech is made in Estonia, a European country that must have pretty cheap postage, as the cost is very reasonable for such a hardcore piece of gear. Finally, repaired any pipes yourself? Have you got any tips? We have only touched on pipe repairs in this vid, so leave your wisdom in the comments for the rest of us to read.